Scrum, backlog, iteration. Oh my goodness, it is so easy to get lost in the jargon of Agile terminology. In this video, I'm going to share with you the top 14 Agile terminologies out there that you need to add to your vocabulary when it comes to project management. Agile, a project management approach that emphasizes flexibility and collaboration. This is heavily used in the software industry. And what's really cool about Agile as a methodology is it takes all the requirements, prioritizes them, and then puts them into segments, and those segments get executed, and they do a planned test and complete, and they do this cycle over and over again. It really ensures that you can quickly complete a project without having to do a lot of rework. Okay, before we continue with all of this terminology, this here, I'm going to share with you later on in the video how you can get your hands on it, so stay tuned. Scrum, an agile process framework for managing and completing complex projects more effectively. So it's very specific in regards to tools and techniques and people, ensuring that things can move forward quickly. Scrum Master. A Scrum Master oversees the development process and acts as a problem solver for the team. They are one of the key roles in Scrum that we talked about earlier. Not only that, they're there to remove the roadblocks and ensure the process is being followed. Sprint. It's a designated time period where Scrum teams complete specific objectives and move towards their target goals as scheduled. So what they do is they have the requirements, they fit it into a sprint. When they're done, they get new requirements, fit it into a second sprint, so on and so forth until the full backlog is complete. Backlog, guess what? We now have the terminology here. It's a prioritized list of features and requirements for a project that has not been started yet. This is everything that the project has to do. It's then prioritized so it can go into, what did we talk about before? The sprint. Bottleneck. Issues that slow down or stop the development process of a project. And usually if there's a couple of steps that have to be involved, it's usually one step that is either stopping or slowing down things, and that's what you term bottleneck. User story, a brief description of a feature or requirement from the perspective of the end user. The purpose here is to really show how the software feature is going to provide value to the customer. Kanban, an agile method for managing the flow of work and improving efficiency. It's actually physical, usually done on a whiteboard and broken out into 3 tasks: your to-do, what's in progress, and what's done. And every single time you're finished the in progress, move it to done, and you just forward the next one, always having a steady stream in your in progress. Lean. It's a management philosophy that emphasizes the elimination of waste and continuous improvement. This stems from Toyota and called the Toyota Production Systems, and it really is meant to examine the way you're working and be more effective and efficient. Stakeholder, anyone invested in the success or failure of a project. This can be employees, senior execs, shareholders, customers, investors, suppliers, anyone who is invested in its success. Retrospective. This is a meeting at the end of a sprint to reflect on the team's performance and identify areas of improvement. So this is when you're looking at what went well, what didn't go well, so that you can make adjustments and changes for the next sprint. Iteration, a time box period where a development team completes a set amount of work. They complete everything and then they go on to the next iteration. Time boxing, a time management workflow technique that allows a predefined time for completing a specific task. So the time box is the time it takes to get the task done. And you end your task when the time is complete, not if the task is complete. Product owner. Product owners are responsible for creating and mapping the product backlog and creating the user story. They're really there to ensure that the stakeholders and the needs of the customer are met. All right, I showed you this earlier on. Now I'm going to tell you how to get it. You just go to the link underneath this video and you're going to learn how to ensure your projects don't fail. Still have questions about Agile? Watch this next video. On that note, if you could like this video, subscribe. It tells YouTube we're doing a good job. Until the next time, see you later.